Hi, this is IK. Welcome to Conversation with AI. Uh, Imagine that you sit down in some restaurant and the table near yours is a table where sit down artificial intelligence and me. And you like React, and that conversation was very, very uh, intrigue you. Intrigue you. Uh, okay, let's go. At first, I ask artificial intelligence, uh, correct my English, the most elementary React app, because I imagine I want it is important for idea for this video. And correct English, the simplest React app. Note, elementary is a valid word in English, but it may not be the most common or appropriate term to describe basic React app. Simplest is a more widely used word in the context and conveys the same meaning. But in really, I don't satisfy with this correction of artificial intelligence because elementary is elementary. I think about, but you look at after in the conversation what I think, and for that my idea is better elementary, in my opinion. But I don't go in that discussion with artificial intelligence. Maybe in the end of this conversation, after this video, I can converse with artificial about that. For my idea, I think elementary is better. Okay, let's go. Review this my idea about React app. The simplest React app is a blog with one array. Big React app is a lot of simplest React app. It means that entire knowledge about React lay in simplest React app, not in the biggest one. It is like in biology. A cell is the simplest biology app of what is built every the most complex app. It means that all complex is in every cell. As a Lego box, but a big dinosaurus toy is a many Lego box. Yes or no? Intelligence respond me. Your idea about React app and its comparison to biology is intriguing. However, there are few points that could be clarified for better understanding. It is it is kind how artificial intelligence must said more than I need in this moment. But okay, read that. The simplest React app is a blog with one array. It is cited me. This statement is a big vague. It would be helpful to elaborate on what exactly the blog with one array represents in the context of React app. For example, you could mention that it's a basic blog post display where each blog post is stored as an object in the array. Big React is a lot of simplest React app. It's citate of me. The idea, it is number 2. The idea that a big React app is composed of many simple React apps is reasonable. However, it will be helpful to further explain what you mean by a lot of simplest React app. Are you referring to breaking down complex React app into smaller modular components? Okay, again, artificial intelligence grow in explanation and don't understand where to stop. Don't understand that I want to go back what I in 100 hours of video explain. I don't go back. I enjoy after 100 hours video. I enjoy conversation, only conversation, and joy, share my idea and have feedback to my idea. Okay, number 3. Again, quote me. It means that entire knowledge about React lay in the simplest React app, not in the biggest one. This statement is somewhat ambiguous. It could be clarified by mentioning that understanding the core concepts and building blocks of React, the simplest React app, is crucial before working on more complex React application. This moment, this growing in explanation of artificial, I don't help my student, but you can set your thinking, because with more explanation, we lose what I want to say, but we will see how conversation go. 4, again, what my idea. A cell is the simplest biology app of what is built the most complex app. The analogy, now artificial give me feedback. The analogy comparing cell to the simplest biology app is a creative way to explain the concept. Thank you. However, it might help to specify that you are drawing a parallel between fundamental unit of life, cell, and the fundamental building block of React app, the simplest React app. It means that all complex is in every, again, quote me, it means that all complex is in every cell as a logo box, but a big dinosaur toy is many logo boxes. Again, feedback. Artificial said, the analogy of a logo box to represent the basic building blocks of complexity is interesting. Thank you, artificial. However, it might be improved by being more explicit about how it relates to React apps. It might be improved by being more explicit about how it relates to React apps. You could clarify that each simple React app contains the necessary component and functionality to create more complex React apps. You look at practically artificial intelligence said same thing all time and repeat it. Because if in quote is my idea, it means that all complex is in every cell as a logo box, but the big dinosaur toy is many logo boxes. Uh, uh, Artificial said one, two, three sentence, absolutely same, repeating same my idea. First, the analogy of a Lego box to represent the basic building blocks of complexity is interesting. Okay, thank for that. And it can stop here. It can stop, but again, however, it might be improved by being more explicit about how it relates to React App. I don't agree with. In this video, I will not go back to what I say in all my 100 hours of video. However, it might be improved by being explicit about how it relates. Okay, it is something how you can, if you need bigger space, write in bigger space of newspaper, and you must write more sentence. And you are pay for space in the news. How space you, how space you writing. And again, sentence, you could clarify that each simple React app contains the necessary components and functionality to create more complex React app. I said it. I said it. This is my review of our conversation, and all. I use a lot of artificial intelligence, and this is demonstration how I use in sharing idea. Let's go further. Overall, your idea has potential, and with some additional clarification and examples, it could become more compelling and coherent explanation of the relationship between simple and complex React app. Additionally, drawing parallel between React apps and biology can be an effective way to illustrate your point and make the concept more accessible to readers. Okay, thank you. Artificial intelligence. So let's go overall your idea, but that very often, however, it is like a story what my professor, I never forget, about Michelangelo finished David and stay down. Down there is a lot of rest of working process. There is a sand of that stone, and all people coming around, and they said, "Wow, wow, impressive, impressive!" In front of impressive David, and coming major, and silence. And Major looked on David and said, I think nose is a little bigger. Michelangelo said, okay, never mind. Take tools for create correct from the land, and take also some sand some rest sound of stone, get up on the top of sculpture and start to correct with hammer and other tools, start correct, but don't touch nose, but only rest sand from hand that drop down, and after some time come down and ask what about now? And the mother said, now is great. And artificial also. You look at how many times, however, it might help to specify that. We have not specified anything. For my students who listen video, 100 video, who learn with me last year, I want with them share my idea. Okay, let's go. Great. For me as a teacher, is the most important that my student understand deep what I say. Concretely, I have published in 1 year about 100 hours of video about React. All time through example of blog up. And I want that my students understand that they have 99% knowledge of React. Maybe they be afraid of big complex React app. And I want that they see truth that have solid fundament for the biggest React app. Artificial said me, that sounds like a great approach as a teacher. Building a strong foundation and ensuring your students understand the core concept of React through practical example like the blog app is an effective way to instill confidence in them. Thank you. Reinforcing the idea that they already possesses a significant portion of React knowledge by working with blog app extensively can help alleviate any fears they might have about tackling more complex projects. Thanks to artificial for extensively React knowledge by working with the blog extensively, by working with blog app extensively can help. It is very, very important. It is very, very important. It is not enough to understand my video. You must working extensively through this last year, because I'm working extensively, and you see what I working coding, thinking, but all the time on the blog app. I don't get ahead because ahead is not interesting. Knowledge is in blog, and I stay in blog. And today video is means that I don't finish with this playlist for total beginners. Okay, React app with the blog app extensively. Bravo Artificial extensively can help alleviate any fears. I agree. Knowing that they have the tools and understanding to handle bigger React apps will boost their confidence and motivation to take on more challenging projects in the future. Bravo. As a teacher, it is important to emphasize that learning is a continuous journey, and mastering React or any other technology is a step-by-step process. Encouraging your students to build on their existing knowledge and skills while gradually challenging themselves with more complex projects will help them become well-rounded and proficient developers. Encouraging your students to build on their existing knowledge, absolutely important. Encouraging your students to build on their existing skills. Yes, I encourage you, my students, you don't go from simplest blog application until you don't give yourself all answers about that. All answers about that. But if you faster get ahead, there is no answers. We have no time to think about answers, but not answers, but answers and requests. And question, to give question yourself is really learning. You question yourself about what you understand. Why it is like that? Why people who code it, who develop it, why choose that path when they have a million of way to solve that problem? By offering real-world example, hands-on experience. I offering real-world example, hands-on experience all the time, and the supportive learning environment. I support in every my video. I am supportive learning environment, and internet and other part is, of course, also click away for you. You are equipping your students with the necessary tools to succeed in their React journey. Keep inspiring and guiding them, and they will surely gain the confidence and ability to take on bigger and more exciting React applications. Okay, I hope it will be interesting. It will be interesting that you lose afraid, that you have not reason to be afraid of React coding, any complex application, only if you stay on React like I am stay 1 year. 1 year, maybe more. I must see that in playlist. But I stay more playlist only. This playlist is only 1 year. But before this playlist, I have in Croatian playlist about React. Before that, about Angular. And in that movie, I am 2, 3 years with knowledge and experience, big experience, years by years. I use JavaScript vanilla, and after PHP, my as MySQL and after Java, after other language, coming again in this part, in this JavaScript library and this newest type, and also what is important more? It is not important do you work in Linux or Mac or Windows. It is not important. If it is important to you and important generally for you, it means that you don't see a real goal of your job. Real goal of your job that you would be productive, that you understand, and that you produce excellent in the time, with the deadline, etc., etc. And it is not important tools. Tools is not important. It is also for library, because every tools changes, evaluate very, very fast. Every 6 months, all libraries in JavaScript changes, have new version. It is not a revolution, but there is a revolution also. There is a revolution also. For example, in this last 1 year, revolution was Router 6 and Redux toolkit. Redux toolkit is something excellent when compared with the version before. But I know that Redux toolkit would be better in the future. And nothing of what I use today have not guarantee to be next 1 year, 2 years, don't speak about 10 years. And because why? And because you have you must know what is important. What is fundamental knowledge? Fundamental knowledge is not work in Linux to be better developer of someone working in Windows. No. Fundamental knowledge, I spoke in this 100+ hours video in YouTube. Fundamental knowledge, resume, this moment of that fundamental knowledge is that you know all about React, Redux, Tank. You know all. You know all what we call knowledge. But what you don't have, it is practice. You don't have practice who, with a knowledge like yours, start work some months before in Facebook or Google. You have not practice of them, but you have knowledge of them, because that lot of small logistic tools is not a knowledge, it is practice. Knowledge is fundamental, and all the time I spoke about fundamental of knowledge, fundamental what will try, what will have permanent. Permanent is important. Permanent is important because paradigms don't happen every day or every year. But in that new paradigms, there is 99% all paradigms. And it is big question what it is. Maybe I sometimes said that all that libraries in JavaScript is new paradigm, but I don't think it is because I was impressed and confused a lot of in the beginning. But after this, it is only declarative, higher level language, declarative language, and principle in we have again a statement, we have if else a construction, but we have all elements, but now it is shorter and less coding for us, and we like it when we understand it, like it. Okay, for this video and for my idea, it is enough, and you know now, you know that if you learn and that you have patience to learn 1 year's React with me, you can be very, very satisfied with your knowledge. Without hurry, write code, understand that code, very, very satisfied. You can be very, very satisfied. And you can go to any interview, but for beginner, of course, you are beginner. For any interview about React, but and other about web development, because our library today is very, very same concept. You must import what you need, and you have declarative programming, etc. Thank you for watching this video.